Let's talk about gloves, baby. Let's talk about COVID-19. Let's talk about all the good stuff and the dumb stuff that we see. Let's talk about gloves. Let's talk about gloves. All right, hey, let's talk about gloves. Let me stop that. Let's talk about what's important and what's not. A lot of silly stuff going on out there, and I just want to take a second today to talk to you. I understand that these are scary times, and I understand that sometimes our fears make us act in ways that we're not proud of and maybe ways we wouldn't. So seeing all kinds of things out there which just don't make a lot of sense, right? So let's talk about gloves. Let's talk about why wearing gloves is probably not the best idea if you're going out shopping, right? If you want to protect yourself, which obviously we all want to protect ourselves and our loved ones, but when you wear gloves to the supermarket or to the store or in your car, right, you're increasing the risk that you come in contact with it, and you're increasing the risk that there's going to be some cross-contamination. So when you're seeing medical people wear gloves, we wear them for a one-patient encounter. We go in, we wear these to protect us, right? They give us a barrier of protection. So this way, if we have any open cuts or sores, number one, we're not exposing the patient to that. Number two, we're not exposing ourselves. We have a contact with the patient, and we immediately safely dispose of the gloves. Right? Wearing the gloves is going to give you a false sense of security, right? You're not contracting this disease. This is a respiratory disease. If you're coming in contact with it on the surface of something, wearing gloves is only helping you transferring. Transfer it to your face, transferring it to your phone, and then putting that to your face. The risk of you catching this thing is by touching the mucous membranes of your face, right? Your eyes, rubbing them, especially now that it's allergy season, rubbing your nose, touching your mouth. Right? So I'm seeing people wear gloves. The other thing I'm seeing, which is disgusting, is people disposing of gloves. And there's a specific way to take these off. I'm not going to demonstrate that. You can YouTube it, and there's tons of videos. But you want to take them off in a safe way. You want to dispose of them. That's what you want to do with anything that you're wearing that's considered PPE or personal protective equipment, right? If you're wearing a mask, you don't take the mask and flip it up on your head. You don't take the mask and put it in your pocket and then wear it again, right? Because you have to consider that if you're wearing these things to protect you against contamination, that once you come in contact with something, it's contaminated. And you don't want to put that in a clean area. You don't want to reuse it. You don't want to just throw it on the seat in your car or touch your phone or any of those other things, right? So if you're wearing a mask, I went for a run this morning and saw a lady wearing a mask in her car. The point of wearing a mask for the civilian public, right, is to assume that you're already infected and to protect others. So if you're in your car and you're wearing this, it doesn't make any sense. You're not protecting anybody, right? The point of wearing this, really more than anything, is to make sure that no large amounts of spit via cough or sneeze come out of your mouth in case you are affected and aren't aware of it, and to make sure nobody else hits you in the mouth with spit, right, or cough or sneeze. The other thing that the mask can be helpful, right, and this is just a mask that I've been wearing when I go to the store, use the mask as a good visual reminder not to touch your mouth or your nose or your face, right? So if you want to be safe, there's some simple things that you can do. Number one, I saw a family in the supermarket of 5 wearing masks and gloves, and they're doing that because they want to be safe. Well, the reality is, why don't 4 of you stay in the car and 1 of you be the designated shopper, right? Go in, be aware of what you're touching, sanitize your hands, keep them clean, come back to the vehicle, keep your phone in the car, and everything that's from the outside, consider to be contaminated, wipe it down as best you can, and just be smart about it, right? But wearing gloves day to day, everywhere you go, wearing gloves and touching your phone doesn't make a lot of sense. Wearing gloves are not going to protect you. So stay educated. Go to the CDC's website. I'll put a link in the video. Read what their recommendations are, and gloves are not on the list, right? So we're praying for everyone. We're thankful for our healthcare workers and our first responders and all those folks who are out there on the front lines every day making good things happen. And anybody that's going to work and potentially putting themselves at risk, right? The only time I put myself at risk is when my kids need more cereal, we need more milk, right? But those folks who are day-to-day going to work, driving trucks, doing whatever it is you do, we're thankful for you. We're praying for you. Stay safe, stay smart, make good decisions, and more than anything, show grace and kindness to one another. Thanks.